Namaste, Pranam, Gita Dhyanam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Ritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim. O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Partha. The ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters. O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishnavandana. Vasudeva sutam devam kansachanuramardanam devaki paramanandam Krishnam vande jagadgurum. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the 14th Adhyaya of Traya Vibhag Yoga, the discrimination of the three gunas, the study of three gunas, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. And from the previous Shloka, 6th Shloka that we read, Sri Krishna is telling us about this Sattva Guna. He has given a brief description of what this Sattva Guna is and what it leads to one. In the 5th Shloka that we read, he said that all these three gunas, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, they are born of Prakriti and they bind a person. They bind this indestructible avyayam dehin dehe nibadhnāti. This the indestructible, imperishable indweller in this tiny frame, in this body, is bound to this body because of these three gunas. So that was the introduction Sri Krishna had made in the 5th Shloka, and in the 6th Shloka that we read, he clearly described what are the qualities of Sattva. And Sattva is filled with all the positive attributes for that matter. Sattva is nothing but purity. Sattva is nothing but enlightenment, leading towards enlightenment. Sattva is filled with that light. With that, it is a luminous power that takes us ahead on this path. And Sattva is also the unobstructive. It is the healthiest of all the three gunas. It is anamayam. Tatra sattvam nirmalatvat prakashakam anamayam. Nirmalatvam, the purity. Purity is embodied by this Sattva Guna. Purity and prakashakam. It is a luminous quality. It leads one to enlightenment. It leads one to the ultimate realization. And it is anamayam. It is unobstructive. It helps one to progress on this path of spirituality that one has to undertake, having taken birth in this body as such, whichever body it is, whether moving, whether non-moving. The moment the being comes into existence, the journey towards that final destination starts. And it is this Sattva which shows the way, which is healthy, which shows the path. Here, now you go. Oh, my dear friend, that is what is going to lead you to becoming one with the Paramatman, becoming one with the Parabrahman. So these are all the qualities. And how Sattva helps in one's enlightenment, in one's attaining the ultimate oneness with the Lord. Sukhasaṅgena badhnāti. This Sattva, it has got the quality of binding one to the pleasures, the pleasant. What is what is good, what is joyful, what is joyous, what is happier, what is blissful. The sattva as quality binds this jivatman. It binds one to pleasantries. All the good things, all the happiness, all the joy is derived because of sattva. And jnānasaṅgena ca anagha. Oh anagha, oh sinless one, you who have not done any sin so far, who have not committed any sin so far, Arjuna is anagha. Arjuna might have destroyed so many of his enemies and foes, but it was all in the line of his duty. It was all because of the swadharma, and therefore no sin has ever got itself attached to Arjuna. And it is Sri Krishna is in a way telling, oh Arjuna, you are anagha because of this quality of sattva inside you. That makes one anagha, that makes one sinless, that makes one enjoy the joy, enjoy the happiness, and that also binds one. That one binds one with joy and happiness and pleasantries. That also binds one with the knowledge. And what kind of knowledge? Not like knowledge of mathematics or science or arts or commerce. The ultimate knowledge that binds one. The moment the sattva predominates in our tiny personality, in our individuality, we hanker after the ultimate knowledge. Then that yearning sets in, the yearning which Sri Ramakrishna is always telling his devotees. You should yearn for the knowledge of God. You should yearn for attachment to God. That yearning is on account of sattva. So that attachment for pleasant things, that attachment to happiness, that attachment to the knowledge, the higher knowledge, that is because of sattva. So sattva is filled with all the positive traits. Now, if that is the thing, then why we get trapped in this cycle of birth and death again and again? There are other two gunas also. And Sri Krishna now is telling us about the second one, the rajas, what it binds us to and what it makes us do as such. So let us see what the rajoguna is about. What is this rajas about? Rajo rāgātmakaṃ viddhi tṛṣṇāsaṅgasamudbhavam tannibadhnāti Kaunteya karmasaṅgena dehinam. This raja, the second quality of this gunatraya, of the three gunas, it starts playing all the tricks. While sattva is all purity, in fact it helps us attaining that great knowledge, that ultimate knowledge. But then sattva is not the only companion with us. There is also rajas. So what rajas does? Rajaha rāgātmakaṃ viddhi. Rāgātmakaṃ is attachment to passion. Raga is passion, our liking. I want to do this, I want to do that. So rajaha, know for sure this rajaha is rāgātmakaṃ. It leads one to create passions. I want to do this. This is my ambition. This is my goal. And what happens is, if sattva is predominant, the ambition and the goal become the ultimate enlightenment. But when rajas is prominent, then the goal is not enlightenment. Then the goal is, I want to do this. That becomes my passion. When the rajas is predominant. That is what rajas leads to. Rāgātmakaṃ. It is the nature of passion. And tṛṣṇāsaṅgasamudbhavam. It creates that thirst. It creates that longing to get something material, not the spiritual, to have some material gains. That longing, not the longing for the vision of God, not the longing for the understanding of the ultimate truth, but longing for the material things. Trishna, that thirst, that yearning, that longing is born out of rajas. Saṅgasamudbhavam, attachment to that the longing to that thing, that I must have it, I must do it. That kind of attachment is produced by rajas. Tannibadhnāti Kaunteya karmasaṅgena dehinam. Oh Kaunteya. Now again, Arjuna is here, Kaunteya, the son of Kunti, which has got this body from Mother Kunti. So this Kaunteya, oh Kaunteya, tannibadhnāti, this rajas, it binds. Binds what? Dehinam karmasaṅgena. It binds this dehinam, the embodied one, by attachment to action. So first of all comes this attachment to passion. I want to do this. We get so much desperate. If something comes to our head, I want to do this. That's it. And then we say, it is my passion. It is my passion to do charity. It is my passion to do good work. It is my passion to earn name and fame. That also becomes passion then because of this rajas. And Sri Krishna says, this rajas binds this dehinam, the embodied being, the jivatman, to doing all sorts of actions, the karmasaṅgena. And this is what happens the moment the rajas starts playing its role. Till sattva, it is wonderful. It is all pleasant, it is all knowledge, it is all purity. Everything, all the positive traits that one sees in a sattvic person, for that matter, in a saintly person, in a holy person, all those qualities, they are provided by sattva guna. But rajas, it is all action, 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 and action for not gaining the ultimate knowledge, all for the material gains, for getting that name and fame, of blowing that the ego to the highest extent, inflating that ego to the largest extent. This is what rajas does. The way of rajas is to instill desire and goad one into undertaking new projects. It goads. It actually forces, it actually motivates one to do this, to do that. But on the material plane, not on the spiritual plane. That is the difference between. With sattva also one is goaded to do purest of the pure things. This is the difference between sattva and rajas. While sattva, all the actions are spiritually oriented, with rajas, all actions are materialistically oriented. That is the great difference, and that's the difference which finally determines our personality. The way of rajas is to instill desire and goad one into undertaking new projects. As a dye colors the white cloth, this guna colors the jivatman red. Action. I want this means I want this. I will do anything to do that. I won't even mind, doing any evil things, doing any ill things if I want to have that thing in my possession. Trishna, thirst, is the hankering of mind after things not yet acquired. That is Trishna. We feel thirsty if we don't get water. How much we feel thirsty? And this is how one becomes thirsty for the things which we don't attain. That is the hankering. That is the extreme pang of desire. While sangha, attachment, is act of clinging to the objects already acquired. Now these two things Sri Krishna has told about our possessions. One is we don't possess and therefore we get this trishna. tṛṣṇāsaṅgasamudbhavam. Sangam is, trishna is a hankering for the things which we don't have, which we don't possess. And sangamam is attachment to the things which we possess. Both the culprits, they rise out of rajas. First of all, we start becoming desperate to have the things which we don't possess. That fellow has got 70-inch TV. I don't have. I have got only 50-inch, 6-inch TV, 50-inch TV, 60-inch TV. Why can't I have 70-inch TV? That hankering starts. And then, how much it costs? Okay, I will do it. And then I might do something evil to fulfill that desire of possessing something which I don't have right now. I may do it in a right manner. I can also do it in a wrong manner. Now, whether doing it right or wrong, that is something which is again determined by these three gunas. The rajas only tells us, yes, I want to have that. That is tṛṣṇā. And rajas also makes us attached to the things that I have. I don't want to lose any of those things which I possess. If anyone tries to snatch away a thing from me, I get wild. I become an animal. I become and then I am subjected to all those the unwanted feelings of mine, anger, jealousy. If someone is trying to snatch away something that I possess, so that attachment to the things that I possess is also the result of rajas. Rajas engenders greed for sense objects visible and invisible. As fuel feeds fire, rajas fosters attachment to action. When we add some fuel to the fire, adding fuel to the fire, it just makes the fire blaze with great intensity. In the same way, rajas acts as fuel to this fire of possessing something, or fuel acts as a fuel to the fire of, if I am not possessing something, I must have it. And then this fuel put to the fire of this desire, of this hankering, puts one into action. I must do it, and then we start doing it. So this is all the quality of rajas. This is what rajas does to us. So sattvic on one hand, sattva guna is leading us to purity. Rajas, if it can lead us both ways, for that matter. It can make us do good actions. It can also make us bad actions. This rajas, it doesn't know what is good, what is bad for that matter. Rajas only knows, I want to have it. Rajas only knows, this is, I am having, I am not going to lose it. The tṛṣṇā and sangam. And then this poor fellow who is dwelling inside, he's kind of desperate. That fellow gets desperate, and the body and then the sense organs and the senses, they start playing havoc to possess that thing or to protect that thing from going away from me if I am already possessing it. So that is the element of rajas among the three. So now we have seen two. We have seen sattva, the purest of all. We have seen rajas, which can create us, which can lead us to all the wrong things to do also. Maybe right, maybe wrong, but this is what puts us into action, because it creates passion in us. It binds us with the hankering after things, tṛṣṇā, and it also binds us with the attachment for the things that we already possess. And as a result, we as a body, we as a being, we are put to action. Then we start doing things, good or bad, that let the karma decide them. So this is about the quality of rajas, quality of action, the rajo guna, as explained by Sri Krishna in the 7th shloka. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ram Krishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swami Ji.